Alright, what's up everybody? This is Spencer Davis with Team Running Lines, and today we're going to be talking about tying the Uni-Knot. This is a fishing knot that I think everybody should know how to tie. It's pretty much, its applications are just limitless. You can use it for attaching your line to your spool on your rod. You can use it for line-to-line connections. You can even snell hooks with it. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to show you how to tie it with paracord and this carabiner, just to make it easier so that you can understand what you're doing. And then I'll give you an example on how to snell a hook as well. So let's get started. First, what you're going to do is, if you imagine this is the eye of a fishing hook, you pass the line through the hook. Just like that. Alright, your second step is going to be you take one piece of the line, double it back around to make a loop, like so. And then with this loop, you're going to go inside of the loop 6, 7, 8 times. Depends on what line you're using. With thicker monofilaments, you don't have to worry about it as much. But with braid, Dacron, anything like that, you want to go, you know, maybe 14 loops or 14 times around the loop. So if you can see, I'm just going around both pieces of the line as well as coming back through the loop. And I'm just going to do maybe 3 of these. And then to tighten, you're going to pull on the other piece of the line so it slides like so. Get it nice, pretty looking. And there you go. Now obviously it's only got 2 wraps in it. You would want to do 6 or 7, or like on this hook I already snelled. You can see I did probably 11 or 12, so alright, so now let's move on to something else. Let's do a line-to-line connection so we can get an example of what that looks like. It's the same idea as tying to a hook, essentially. The difference is that you don't have a loop to connect to, and when you pull it tight, you have to wait until you have both the knots, otherwise they slip past each other. Because the way the knot works is the 2 uni knots, they join together to make a connection, and you'll see in a second. So you start out the same way. You make a loop with this brown paracord, go around. I'm just going to do maybe 2 times. And then you pull on your excess to tighten it up. And you got your first uni knot. Now, with the second one, you do the same thing. Make your loop, come back around, go through, you know, 5 or 6 times. So I'm just going to do 2 with this paracord. And then you pull on your other end of your line over here to cinch it down. Now, when you're tightening this up, all you do is you pull on the 2 opposite pieces of the line and it cinches together like that. And that's how you have a pretty strong knot that's not really it's not going to break. I mean, this isn't the Bimini twist. It's not going to be 100%, but it's still strong enough that I use it for snook fishing around docks. I've never had a problem with it. I've never had it slip. I've used the improved Albright knot before and had it slip on snook, so that's one of the reasons I don't use that knot anymore. It works well with monofilament, but this works really well for braid to mono or whatever you want to use. And lastly, I'm not going to tie the snell unless I get some requests to do it, but I'll just show you an example so you can see a better idea of what the snell actually looks like. So as you can see, you pass through the eye of the hook and then you wrap around the hook itself with a uni. So you would make your loop, you wrap around the hook and the loop, you know, 6 or 7 times, and then you tighten it up. This knot is probably one of the hardest knots to break when you're fishing, because you're not actually pulling on the eye of the hook. The knot itself is not pulling on the eye, and there's no like weak points for it to break. You're actually trying to pull the knot through the eye, which is a lot harder for it to do. The snells usually are around 100% breaking strength, so if you want a snell using the Uni-Knot, you want to get some inline circles or whatever hook, and you want to make sure that the eye has that little bend to it, so that when the line is straight, as you can see, it goes all the way through and makes a straight line pretty much. So that's about it for the Uni-Knot. If I get any more requests or anything for knots, I'm planning on making a bunch more videos on how to tie different things, different fishing tactics, how to fly fish dock lights, whatever. Just leave me some comments. Thanks.